I'd like to talk to you about the importance of patient impatience. But first, I'm going to tell you the story of a friend of mine who quit smoking. My friend used to smoke about 40 cigarettes a day, and he made a commitment that he was going to be a non-smoker. But he didn't quit cold turkey. Instead, on day one, he smoked his 40 cigarettes. Day two, he got up, went about his business, and he smoked 39 cigarettes. 38, 37, 36, all the way down. In other words, he was practicing patient impatience. He'd made a commitment to stop smoking, but he didn't go cold turkey. Now, what does this have to do with business? Today I was chatting with one of my clients, and a few months ago, they made a clear articulation of the values that drive their business. In other words, who they are. And they made a commitment that those values would determine how they ran their operations, who they would hire, who they'd fire, even who they'd do business with. The problem is when you make those value statements and when you do that work is that it's not so much you're going to not express those values. It's rather that you're going to try and do too much too soon. In other words, you're going to try and express all those values all at once. And that's a danger. Just like my friend made incremental progress to quitting smoking, you need to practice patient impatience in implementing your values in your organization. So let me explain to you what that means. Your values are a filter. And as you express those values and commit to them, you're going to notice people in your organization that don't buy in to that way of behaving. And as you make a note of those folks, you might be tempted to get rid of them right away. Now, in some cases that's appropriate, but in most cases it's not, particularly because you have projects to run that you're contractually committed to, that you have to complete, and you can't just fire everyone in sight and then hope to bring everyone, a whole new crop of people on. It's just not practical. But you make a note of who's a fit and who's not in terms of your values. And then what you do is you wave a magic wand and you say 12 months from now, what needs to change in order for us to be able to say with any credibility, we are living out our values with integrity? And then you begin to slowly make those changes. Perhaps you work with a person one-on-one to see if their behavior will change. And if not, you actively go and look for their replacement before you replace them. In that way, you're staying true to your values, but you're practicing patient impatience. Just like my friend, when he quit smoking, from 40 to 39 to 38, all the way down until he absolutely quit smoking, and it took him about 40 days. The point of my story here today is that when you identify your values and how you're going to show up, don't get too fired up and try and do everything at once. Take your time. Be patiently impatient. Make commitments that in a year from now, you're going to make real progress to that fundamental integrity in your organization, but don't just expect it to happen overnight. My name is Eric Anderton. I hope you found this video helpful. And remember, practice patient impatience. Thanks for watching.